Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
So your driver's license is expired, and suddenly you feel like you can't do anything. You need to prove who you are for a flight, a new job, or even just to buy a drink, but your main form of ID is no good. Don't panic. You likely have other valid forms of identification you can use, and it's crucial to know what works and where. Let's break down the best alternatives. First and foremost, the gold standard for identification is a U.S. passport or a U.S. passport card. A passport book is a powerful, federally issued document recognized everywhere. It's your best bet for domestic air travel if your license is expired. The passport card is a cheaper, wallet-sized alternative that's also a valid federal ID, perfect for land and sea travel to certain areas and for general identification purposes, though you can't use it for international air travel. Your next best option is a state-issued identification card. This is essentially a driver's license without the driving privileges. You get it from the same place, the DMV or your state's equivalent, and it serves the exact same purpose for proving your identity and age. If you're a non-driver or your license is suspended or expired, having a valid state ID is the most direct and convenient replacement. For members of the armed forces, a U.S. military ID card is another excellent, highly secure form of identification that is widely accepted. This applies to active duty, retirees, and dependents. Similarly, a permanent resident card, often called a green card, is a valid federal ID for non-citizens. Other federally recognized documents include tribal ID cards, which are valid for many official purposes, including domestic flights under TSA rules. Now, it's important to understand that context matters. For official business like boarding a plane, the TSA is very strict. They need a valid, unexpired photo ID from their approved list. An expired driver's license simply won't work. However, for less official situations, like entering a bar, policies can vary by establishment, but you should never count on an expired ID being accepted. What about things like a student ID, a work badge, or a credit card with your photo? These are generally considered secondary or supporting forms of ID. They are not government issued and will almost never work on their own for official purposes like banking or flying. The most important takeaway is that whatever alternative ID you use, it must be current and unexpired. An expired passport is just as unhelpful as an expired license in most official scenarios. While these alternatives are great backups, your top priority should be to renew your driver's license as soon as you can. I hope this helped clear things up and gave you some solid alternatives to use in a pinch. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, and for more practical life advice like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.